Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is for you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Catherine. I'm a senior at USC studying music industry and public relations. You've already found my YouTube. Feel free to follow me on my Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest as well. And also before I forget, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. The title of this video is probably kind of self-explanatory, honestly. I feel like I usually breeze over my cooking and my day in my life videos, so I thought it was about time to bring that aspect of my day to the spotlight a little bit. Personally, I really do enjoy cooking. However, I am also on a college budget and I'm also on a college schedule, which means I don't have a ton of money to eat out all the time, and I also don't have a ton of time to spend on making my meals. So over my years and through my experience, I've developed a few cooking hacks, tips and tricks that definitely make eating as a college student for me a lot easier. And I'm hoping that even if you aren't in college, these can help you as well in terms of making healthy, nutritious meals that are super quick to make, easy to clean up after, and also don't break the bank. But that is enough of me talking. Let's get to the kitchen.
Moments later.
First off, welcome to our beautiful apartment kitchen. Nice little gas stove, an oven under here, microwave, all the essentials. We've all been slightly under the weather recently, so there's a lot of emergency and tea in this corner. Today, at least for lunch, I am making a teriyaki chicken veggie rice bowl thing. It's not opening. I am pescatarian, which means that I don't eat meat except for fish. Today I'm using the Gardein chicken strips. I've got my chicken in the pan, gonna get that going. But my first main tip is just having tons of frozen veggies on hand. My schedule is super unpredictable. I never know when I'm actually gonna have home-cooked meals. I oftentimes had a lot of my veggies going bad because I wouldn't get to them fast enough. And it also takes time to wash and cut them. And that is just something that I feel a lot of college students do not have the patience for, especially when it's busy days like this where I woke up 3 or 4 hours later than I intended. It's a pretty common theme in my life. This is a bag of just mixed peppers and onions. I swear adding peppers and onions to every dish just makes it taste so much better. Anytime I'm cooking peppers and onions, my roommates say it smells so good, so I kind of swear by this. I think I got more onions than peppers, but that's fine. While that's cooking, I'm gonna get into my other favorite veggie hack. But I just have these plastic bowls from Target that I like to steam my veggies in the microwave, because I know a lot of people use an actual pot with water, and I feel that just takes way too much time. I love adding frozen broccoli. I love broccoli. I think I've always liked it. From the moment my parents said that they were little trees, I was obsessed with them. I think my other favorite frozen veggies to keep on hand are green beans. There's a lot of mixed vegetable bags that have corn, carrots, cauliflower, zucchini, stuff like that. And then I also love having Brussels sprouts on hand. Broccoli, at least, I put in for I think 2.5 minutes, and then you're done. Got my little broccoli, and then what you want to do is add I think I read somewhere online that it's 2 tablespoons of water. I put a decent amount, I'd say closer to 1/8 to 1/4 of a cup. I don't know how loud this is on the camera. Whenever I'm putting any sort of veggies in this bowl, I like to steam them with spices already on them. Conceptually, I feel it just infuses the broccoli with seasoning and spice. Then you're gonna grab a paper towel. You're just gonna put it in the microwave.
A few minutes later.
Okay, the broccoli is done. See, that was so fast. It's really steamy. I should keep that away from the fire. I'm just gonna scoop this into the pan. Look at how that's coming along. As a college student, I feel having frozen food is just kind of essential. And I try to not have too many frozen meals on hand because I want to make it myself. But low key, I think you need at least 2 to 3 stocked up, just in case you have no time to cook or no energy, because that is a very likely occurrence. One of my favorites is this little mac and cheese from Trader Joe's. Honestly, Trader Joe's has a lot of good stuff, and also lean cuisine. They have a really good pizza, and Smart something. They have some sort of spinach tomato linguine. But I will say my favorite thing is to make one of these and then add my own protein and veggies. So I have I don't know if you can see some sausage and veggies cooking right now, and these are also frozen too, so it's super quick and easy to whip up. Excuse the lost voice, it's just been getting worse and worse throughout the week. But another one of my frozen favorites is actually eating frozen fruit on its own as a snack. So here I have some frozen blueberries. Honestly, frozen fruit is so great because you're still getting all the nutrients, but also it's not going to go bad because it's in the freezer, and it's a super refreshing snack. Some of my favorites are definitely blueberries. I also have frozen peaches, those are good, and also frozen cherries. Also, speaking of pasta, I'm super impatient waiting for the water to boil. I know it literally takes 10 minutes. My favorite thing recently has been the frozen gnocchi from Trader Joe's. This one might be my favorite of all time, but they have tons of different options, but this is just the stuffed gnocchi with a bit of tomato in it. I'm really big on on all of their like frozen pastas, or especially like frozen cauliflower rice stir fries. All of those I think are like great, pretty healthy options that you can supplement with extra protein and veggies to make like a super quick but also like healthy and filling meal. My favorites to usually add are minced onion. I also added like a bunch of garlic powder. This is another one of my favorites that I found recently, but it's from Trader Joe's. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's like umami seasoning. I also add a little bit of like cayenne pepper. I always like adding a bit of extra spice because I think it makes me drink more water, and I definitely like don't drink enough. Another thing I'll say for making meals go a lot quicker is to stock up on like microwavable things like rice packets or like those little mini like minute rice bowls. Personally, I'm into like these cauliflower rice packets right now. These ones are always super easy. I think they only take like 90 seconds in the microwave. It definitely adds a lot of volume to the meal as well. They can get a little expensive if you buy a lot of them because it is cheaper to just buy like rice in bulk and then make it yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in and just microwave for 90 seconds. It looks kind of like mush, but I swear like it tastes pretty decent. In general, I will say it's just good to have snack food on hand as well. Back there, I actually have some like Skinny Pop, which is great for like just snacking on things, and also like veggie chips. Like finding like the healthier alternatives for snacks is definitely good. Also, instead of ordering Taco Bell as much as I normally do, I've started to get like frozen potatoes, and so I'll make that and add like some ketchup seasoning from Trader Joe's, and those are really good. Aside from like microwavable rice bowls or pouches, another thing to stock up on for sure is sauces. Personally, my favorites are like a classic marinara tzatziki. I've also been obsessed with the cilantro avocado dressing, so I'll add this into like a lot of chicken wraps or rice bowls as well. I also really like just adding balsamic vinegar. I don't know, some people really don't like the taste, but I really like it a lot. For today at least, I will be using a little bit of just like General Tso's stir fry sauce. I also love adding soy sauce to anything. This is definitely a healthy one that just adds a lot of that like umami flavor as well. Today I'm also adding this like ginger paste. I am obsessed with this. I always have to have some on hand. Like I'll always have a backup in the fridge, and I'm just gonna like mix that up because the cauliflower rice especially is pretty bland. Like, you know, when there's like a piece of pasta that doesn't have any sauce on it and it's just disappointing. Like that's what I'm trying to avoid here. I don't know what's happened in the past 24 hours, but I feel so ill. I think I have a low-grade fever. My throat hurts so bad, like swallowing so much effort. So I'm gonna make some toast and tea, all of the sickness goodies that make you feel better, because I do have class this evening, and so I'm trying to rally and get ready for that, if you can even rally for class. Anytime that I'm making tea, especially like black tea, I love using this like coconut creamer from Trader Joe's instead of half and half creamer, milk. Not only is it dairy-free and lactose-free, but it also is only like 5 calories per tablespoon, so it's like a pretty healthy alternative, I feel like, and it doesn't go bad quite as quickly, which I really appreciate. Also, another tip, whenever I'm having something cheesy like mac and cheese, fettuccine, if I want a bit of extra protein, I'll also add like some Greek yogurt. I know it sounds a little weird, but like trust me, it really does work. I'll also use Greek yogurt as a substitute for like anything creamy, honestly, especially like sour cream on a baked potato. Again, I know it sounds weird, but it tastes so good. And then Dave's Killer Bread as the toast of choice. Another thing I love that I think has been a good alternative for me is using this like olive spread instead of butter. It's less fat, and the fat that is there is healthier for you, and it's also less calories. And I swear it tastes just the same. And I'll mix this into like rice bowls and stuff as well. Honestly, I think my mom would be so proud of me right now because I never do anything for myself when I'm sick. I just become like a pathetic shell of a human being. Two things I don't do, but I would recommend at least trying them and seeing if they work for you, are making big batches of meals so that you have leftovers, and then meal prep. Personally, I like taking the time out of my day to cook a quick meal because it forces me to get up from my laptop. Whenever I end up heating up leftovers, I think I feel a bit more burnt out at the end of the day because I haven't really taken a break, but I also don't want to waste time, so I just like finding meals that I can make really quickly. I forgot to mention, if you don't want to like steam in a bowl, you can also get one of those like microwavable steamers. There's a lot of like special devices like made for college students making food in the microwave. Honestly, like most of those I would say are pretty worth the investment, especially if you're in a dorm and don't have access to an actual kitchen. My roommates are really good about meal prepping for the week. They'll like make a whole batch and have literally like 4 meals ready to go of like teriyaki chicken or something. Every time Rose makes teriyaki chicken, it really makes me consider not being pescatarian anymore. It smells so good. Again, same thing with the leftovers though. I feel like if I were to meal prep, then I'd be like too ready to go. That could totally just be me though, so definitely try like meal prepping on Sunday or Monday, like beginning of the week, and see if that works for you. Also, Claire just reminded me, she's literally making like a barbecue chicken pizza, which actually smells so good. Honestly, the oven is also a great thing to use for making super quick meals. Frankly, I don't use the oven a ton, so I don't have many examples, but I know making like a sheet pan of like sausage and veggies works really well. I don't know why, I'm very much like a pan, fry, and microwave girly, just because there's so much that you can do with them. And also, I forgot, in the microwave I used to do like egg patties, because you just put in like an egg or two in a bowl and then microwave it, and it literally becomes like an egg patty that you can put in a little sandwich. I did that all the time sophomore year, and it's the best thing. So we're gonna whip up everyone's stereotypical favorite college meal, ramen. Honestly, one of my favorite things recently has been using the tea kettle to get water heated up much faster. I just need to pour this in for the ramen now. Literally less than a minute and my water's already ready to go. And then speaking of other appliances, I absolutely love using the air fryer. Air fryers also make things go so much faster, and it uses a lot less oil when you're frying things, so obviously it's a little bit healthier as well. You can see that it's all done. I feel like that looks pretty good, and it does not taste at all like I made it in 10 to 15 minutes. I'll also say something about this meal is that I literally made it with one bowl in the microwave and then one pan. I'm a big advocate for like the one pan or one pot meals, because I also think that part of the cooking process is having to clean up after yourself. The less like appliances or utensils you have to use while you're cooking, the faster the whole process will go as well. I could have honestly used the same bowl that I steamed the broccoli in. I just like eating out of like certain texture bowls. I don't know what that is. For some reason, I feel like I'm just constantly on the go. Like I'm always rushing out the door, and I'm also always running late, like I am now. Because of this though, I'm a huge fan of like portable friendly foods and snacks. That definitely saves you a little bit of time. These are the Chobani drinks that I almost always have with me. I have these like every morning for breakfast, and they have so many different flavors. So I'm a big fan of these. They taste wonderful, and they have like 20 grams of protein, a lot of fiber, lactose free, so many good nutrients for you. I also think like protein bars or like trail mix are great to have as well. I also have this like portable blender, so if you like make a smoothie, you can bring it with you on the go, which I think is great as well. Honestly, my rule is to often try to have a good mix of veggies, protein, and grains, and I try to keep it to about like half of the dish is veggies, and then a quarter is grains, and a quarter is protein. So that ensures that I'm having like a healthy, filling meal. I also think that adding a lot of veggies just makes your meal look more full, like it adds more volume to it, and so it kind of tricks your brain into thinking that you're eating more. My favorite hack with ramen recently is adding other veggies and protein to make it a bit healthier. It also is more filling just because there's more like substance to it. But you get like a lot more nutrients, and you also get the protein. I actually got this like chopped vegetable mix. It just has celery, onion, and carrot. Adding things like this are definitely gonna elevate your like college level ramen, you know? I don't know how much I just added, but that looks good. Now for protein, you can add like chicken or like pork, but again, since I'm pescatarian, I feel like the best thing for me to add is just an egg. And all you have to do is like crack it into the pot, and it like cooks with everything. Oh, I dripped on my toe. You can kind of see it. It's coming along. Here is the final product of my mac and cheese. This is actually inspired by my mom's like mac and cheese with little smokies and peas from when I was a kid. Don't know why this came to mind, but it honestly tastes so good. It tastes like a grown-up like gourmet version of what I remember from my childhood. So I'm quite pleased. I think that wraps up about all the cooking hacks, tips, and tricks that I have. I hope you got some good ideas for this video and things you can implement into your own cooking. I pretty much swear by everything in this video. It has saved my college experience without a doubt. But as always, let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to share any meal hacks that you use in the comments below. And I guess thanks for watching. See you next time.